Commander Zekthara's four eyes dilated with horror as she watched the human vessel descend toward the cursed world of Kethmore. The crystalline structures jutting from her carapace trembled, a sure sign of distress among her species. "Commander, should we hail them?" asked her communications officer, tentacles writhing nervously over the control panel. "By the void, yes, they cannot land there." Zekthara's voice cracked through the universal translator. "Human vessel, this is Galactic Coalition Cruiser Harmony's Edge. You are approaching a Class 9 forbidden zone. Immediate course correction required." The response came in that peculiar melodic human tongue before the translator kicked in. "This is Captain Sarah Chen of the UES Pioneer's Dream. We copy your transmission, Coalition vessel. Thanks for the heads up, but we're exactly where we need to be." Zekthara's secondary hearts began racing. Every species in the galaxy knew about the precursor ruins scattered across dead worlds like Kethmore. Ancient cities of impossible architecture, filled with technology that drove researchers mad. Energy signatures that corrupted living tissue and defense systems that had claimed thousands of lives over the millennia. The Vorthak had lost an entire research fleet to Kethmore alone. The ruins were death itself given form. "Captain Chen, you do not understand," Zekthara transmitted urgently. "Those ruins contain precursor technology. Exposure causes cellular breakdown, neural degeneration, and—" "Oh, we know all about the precursors." Captain Chen's voice carried an odd warmth that the translator couldn't quite capture. "We've been studying their ruins for about 50 years now. Beautiful work, really. Reminds us of home." The bridge fell silent. Even the normally chattering Quilithian navigator stopped its constant humming. "Reminds you of home?" Zekthara whispered. "You bet. Same architectural principles, same quantum resonance frequencies, same bioneural integration systems. Took us a while to figure out why, but once we did—" Captain Chen paused, and Zekthara could almost hear the human, smiling. "Well, let's just say the mystery solved itself." As the human ship touched down amid the towering spires of the precursor city, Zekthara activated her long-range scanners. What she saw defied everything the galaxy believed about the ruins. The structures were responding. Ancient lights flickered to life along impossibly tall towers. Dormant energy conduits began to pulse with renewed vigor. The very air around the ruins shimmered as defensive barriers that had claimed countless lives simply deactivated. "Impossible," breathed her science officer, a methane-breathing helix whose environmental suit was fogging with rapid respirations. "The ruins are accepting them." Through her view screen, Zekthara watched human figures in simple environmental suits walk casually through areas that should have killed them instantly. They moved with the confidence of beings returning to a familiar place, their scanners and equipment integrating seamlessly with precursor interfaces that had resisted every attempt at interaction for millions of years. "Coalition vessel, Captain." Chen's voice crackled through the comm again. "Would you like to come down? The ruins are safe now that we're here. The city's just been lonely, I guess you could say." "Lonely?" Zekthara's translator struggled with the concept. "The precursor cities were never meant to be empty," Chen explained, her voice taking on a reverent tone. "They're not ruins, Commander. They're homes. Homes that have been waiting a very long time for their builders to return." The implications hit Zekthara like a plasma torpedo. "You're saying that humans are descendants, yes. Not direct ones. Evolution and stellar drift saw to that. But close enough that the cities recognize us. Close enough that the bioneural networks accept our patterns. Close enough that what you call precursor technology feels as natural to us as breathing." Zekthara watched in amazement as more human vessels appeared on her sensors, hundreds of them, all converging on Kethmore, and other forbidden worlds throughout the sector. Each landing triggered the same response. Ancient cities awakening, deadly defenses standing down, technology that had puzzled the galaxy's greatest minds for eons, suddenly functioning as if it had never been dormant. "We've been homeless for, so long," Captain Chen continued, her voice carrying across the void with an emotion that transcended species barriers. "Wandering from star to star, never quite fitting in anywhere. But now we're remembering who we were, where we came from. The galaxy feared these places because they weren't meant for the galaxy. They were meant for us. As Zekthara watched, human families began emerging from the ships, children laughing as they ran through gardens that bloomed for the first time in millions of years, artists sketching spires that sang in harmonics only human ears could appreciate, engineers working alongside autonomous systems that had waited eons for the right genetic keys to unlock their secrets. The precursors, Zekthara said slowly, they were human. Not exactly human as we are now, Chen replied, but close enough. Close enough that their homes remember us. Close enough that we can remember them. The galaxy had feared the ruins, because they were alien, incomprehensible, dangerous. But they weren't alien at all, they were just empty. Cities without citizens, homes without families, a civilization without its people. Until now. As Zekthara set course for Coalition headquarters to file her report, she realized that the galaxy's understanding of humanity would have to change. They weren't just another species seeking their place among the stars. They were the inheritors of the greatest civilization the galaxy had ever known, finally coming home. And if the ruins were any indication, the galaxy was about to see what humans were truly capable of when they had the tools of their ancestors at their disposal. The hearing, stars themselves seemed to brighten at the prospect.